Hey guys, welcome back to McClure Made Outdoors. Today I'm back at my pond out on the back of the property, and I'm excited because next week I'm going to be renting a Sany SY50U excavator, and I'm going to be actually digging out some of the pond to clean it up and actually expanding it. So we've actually owned this property for probably 6 to 8 months, and when we got it, the pond, you couldn't even really see it because it was so overgrown around the whole pond, and there was water meal covering the whole thing. So it was just green top, and then it had tons of lily pads all over. So I've actually, as you can tell, maybe in that far corner, I've got a couple solar panels up, and I started a aerator, and it's actually cleared up the pond quite a bit, and I put some dye in it to help keep the sun from evaporating some of the water. So I've done a little bit what I can, but I really want to make the pond bigger so I can stock it with fish, and I'd like to make a swimming area in it. So we're actually on the south side of the pond right now, and this was probably the lowest point of the pond, and as you can maybe tell a little bit, I moved a little bit of dirt just to bring it over on this side, just so I could pump some water from the creek that's on the back side of our property to fill the pond up a little bit more than it usually has been. But I'm actually going to bring this low point, bring it up so it's higher, and I'm gonna take all the way around the pond. I'm gonna go out probably another 30 to 40 feet in each direction and really try to make the pond a lot bigger. And on the south side, I want to make a nice sloped edge on it and actually put some pea gravel down and make it so that I can go swimming in it if we want to. So I'm gonna go show you where the dam is right now, sort of on the far side, show you what I'm thinking over there. So I'm back here by the dam that was in the back, and they actually had an overflow pipe that went out and it emptied right into the creek that we have on the back side. As you can tell, I've taken some of the overflow pipes and I've dug them up, and I took them out because over the years they just kept on sinking down more and more, and so it really made it hard for this pond to fill up to where it needed to be without all the water just running out. So a couple of weeks ago I dug those pipes up and just filled it back in with dirt for a while and pumped some water in and got the water up in this pond higher than I've ever had it. And as you can tell, there's a ton of brush. I've cut down multiple trees back here, and hopefully next week with the excavator I can get back here and really clean up this whole shoreline, get all these stumps out. And so right in here, as you can tell, sort of where the pipes are, I'm actually wanting to cut that down and make probably an 8-foot little ditch and fill that with some landscape rock that I have out up front, and they're pretty decent sized rocks, and really just pack those rocks in and use that as a natural overflow out into the back. So I'm not looking at right now at doing a overflow pipe, just mainly a ditch with rocks in it. So if you guys have any ideas or think something else would be better, let me know in the comments below. But right now that's sort of what I'm thinking back here for the dam, and it's probably around 16 feet across, so I'm not going to take any out of this spot right here, but really as it comes out, open it up more. But that's what I'm thinking back here at the dam. So right now we're up on the north side of the pond, and this side you can tell a little bit better just how long the pond is. And when we got this, I actually went out in the boat, and probably there in the middle, it's maybe six feet deep. So, and I actually got out and tried to walk in it and sunk down probably about 1.5 feet. So there's a lot of muck at the bottom that needs taken up just because of all the brush and all the trees that were around it. They were all leaning over, and all the leaves and everything were just falling directly into it. So that's one thing I'm hoping to do, is sort of clean up around the edges. And when I dig out further in the back, once the water sort of moves away, is sort of try to get in here and dig some of this out also to get a lot of that muck out. So this right here is the creek that I've been talking about, and just to the north of our property we actually have a housing community that has a huge pond, and whenever it gets too full, it overflows and it fills this creek. And so the nice thing about that is whenever I need water in my pond, I can hook up my trash pump, throw it in here, and pump it right into the pond. So as long as there's water in the creek, I can keep my pond filled up pretty well, even though when it gets really dry. So I'm really excited. Next week I'm going to film the whole process day by day, showing me using the excavator and digging it out. And I think I'm going to have my dad and a work friend that's going to come over, and they're probably going to be using the tractor to move some of the dirt that I scoop out. And so I wanted to take the opportunity too and ask you guys, I don't know if you guys have any ideas for me or suggestions for me, but just on the swimming side, I was planning on putting some textile fabric down and putting some nice pea gravel in there for a nice swimming area. If you guys have any ideas about that or think I should do something different, just let me know down in the comments. And hopefully I'll have some videos up here soon next week showing you guys the pond dig out process. And thank you guys for liking my videos, subscribing, and commenting on my videos. It's very much appreciated. So you guys have a great day.